Alright, well hello, I'm Jog, and welcome to Dragon Quest II, Luminaries of the Legendary Line. That's essentially a continuation from Dragon Quest I. But I can talk more about this being a sequel as we move forward and venture forth into an adventure. So, create a new adventure. So, as far as I know, this game doesn't do what it does in the first game, where your character's name actually has an indication of what their stats are like. So I'm just going to call my character the hero. I have my speed at 1 because I want it fast. I'll leave the music and sound effects at 5, and let's just go. Once upon a time, a young hero descended from the legendary warrior Eldrick, defeated the dreaded Dragon Lord, and restored peace and light to the world. Having done so, he set off on a journey with a beautiful young maiden, and together they founded new kingdoms across the world. Each of these kingdoms came to be ruled by the children of the hero and his beautiful bride, and by their children after them. 100 years passed. This is the royal castle of the kingdom of Moonbrooke. It lies far to the south of another great kingdom, Meandhall. The king and his daughter, the young princess, were conversing peacefully in the courtyard, but not for long. Wherefore quickest the castle so? What is the meaning of this? Gods, somebody! Majesty, I bring grave tidings. The minions of foul Hagen do ring the palace all around. What sayest thou? Hagen dares lay siege to my own home? Alas, it seems so, Majesty. Curse thee, Haragon. Then, we have but little choice. Muster the castle guards! With all haste, Majesty. Daughter, make haste and conceal thyself! No matter what may befall me, do not grieve. All resteth upon thy shoulders. But father! Do not tarry, child. Time is against us! I must send word to Meandhall of Haragon's coming! Already do they encroach upon my inner sanctum! Begone, foul fiend! Beasts, invaders, desecrators, take my wrath! Taste my wrath. Yeah. Father! Meandhall must know the treachery that has befallen us. Tragedy, not treachery. Downs, his wounds are grave indeed. What misfortune has befallen thee, friend? My wounds matter not. I seek an audience with the king. I bear grave tidings. Very well. We shall bring thee before him. Guardsmen, uphold his other arm, and bear him quietly. 'Twas not due to set the castle astir. Majesty, Moonbrooke is no more. Thy castle lieth in ruins, raised by the minions of the self-styled High Priest Hagen. And ere long, should his plan succeed, will he summon forth a dark god of great power and lay waste to our entire world. Sire, he must be. Well, hero, my son, thou hast heard this brave soldier's report. Through thy vein courses the blood of Eldrick, legendary hero of this land. Now, shalt thy birthright be tested? I cannot read today. Oh my god. There is not time to mourn. If thou wouldst journey to right this wrong, thou must need follow me forthwith. Bury him deep within the earth's embrace, that he may find the next world, the peace that did elude him in this. Yes, your majesty. Prince Hero, verily it paineth me greatly to see thee go. But I am a selfish old fool. How can I cry when thou crestest for the sake of all mankind? The soldier has sadly breathed his last. We pray fervently for your safety on the road, Prince Hero. May the goddess watch over you. Hero, throw open the chest before thee, and claim that which I made ready, that thou mightest meet thy quest prepared. In Cannock and Moonbrooke wilt thou find others, though whose veins flow the blood of mighty Edric. Thou shalt know them by their names, Bold Prince Cain, and, the fair princess, yes, of course, Maria. Those were their names, were they not, son? We could change it, but I'm fine with that. Go on to them, join forces, and together deliver our realm from the great evil which loometh over it. With that, we are given a copper sword and 50 gold coins. So, I'm going to go to my inventory and actually equip the sword. And there we go. I have 5 strength, full agility, 2 resistance, 28 maximum HP, 0 maximum magic, spoilers, that's never going up, an attack of 15 and a defense of 8 with no experience. And essentially the game now begins. And if I can say anything about this game, it's going to be get ready to grind and grind and grind. Over to the right is an inn to get our health back, over to the left is a shop. Thou art welcome, wander into our humble inn, or to our humble item shop, and pray what we need for these services. He'll sell us a medical herb that will restore our health, antidote that can go to poison, as well as a leather shield. I don't currently have one, but it's more than I can afford. You would think, considering our father is the king of this location, that we might be able to get a shield for free. Or just trade all the coins that we got right now to get one, but oh well. Now, I actually played the first Dragon Quest, well, the, remake, air quotes, if you want to put it that way, a couple of years ago. I think it was like 3-4 years ago, something like that. I can't believe it was even that long. So this game plays in many ways similar and in some ways different from how that one went. So we can see here the combat is kind of the same. We go, I guess, in a quote-unquote first-person view, with enemies being right in front of us. Grassy tiles have, let's say, a 1% chance, while mountains have a greater % chance. And what was shown in the first fight, but not in these other two, is that we're no longer fighting, we will not fight solely one-on-one fights. We can get multiple enemies appearing at one time, such as this, 3 slimes. So, because of that, it does technically mean that fights can be a little bit more engaging. And it also means that we're more likely to get more experience, because each slime had 1 experience each, I got 3 out of that, and each slime had 2 coins, I got 6 out of that. So, in one way, it does kind of make grinding a bit faster, but on the other hand, it can sometimes make fights more complicated, which honestly probably was a necessity with this game. Before I actually did my, my personal playthrough of this game, I wanted to do a personal playthrough, so it's not a blind playthrough. I did Dragon Quest 1 before this, and yeah, they're very similar. Also, I got myself enough experience to level up based around that sound. Hero has reached level 2, his strength increased by 2, his agility by 1, his resistance by 1, his HP by 9. Oh, that slime actually dropped me a medical herb. Item drops are very rare. As far as I know, every enemy actually has something they can drop, but the drop rates for items are extremely low. Also, yeah, these Drakis, a bit powerful. I couldn't kill one in 1 hit. Took 2 hits. and my health is getting low, but thankfully I have that medical orb if I so wish. Now, a nice thing about the game is that death is not a game over. Should your character run out of health, and their health hit 0, you're sent back essentially to the I believe it's the last town you were at. You come back with full HP, but you lose half your cash. So if I was to lose my HP now, I'd go from this 80 that I have right now, and I'd be down to 40. Now, right now, that wouldn't be the biggest issue. It wouldn't be the end of the world, as much as it would be later on, because stuff gets expensive in this game. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what enemy or where exactly would be the best place to try and grind for cash. Is that not going well? I really need to kill the spirits or flee. I think I'm gonna flee. Nope. God dang it. Be prepared, the game over again and again and again is what I'm gonna say right now. I didn't want to die, because I had almost enough for the freaking shield. But of course I have to get into a fight with a monster that I couldn't run away from or defeat. Son of a gum-chewing funk monster. But alright, as we get back into the grind, the story said that this is... that 100 years prior there was a hero that went out and defeated a Dragon Lord. That is actually the events of Dragon Quest I. So essentially 100 years have passed, but the long and short of Dragon Quest I is that a princess was stolen, or kidnapped for lack of a better word, and an evil sorcerer, I guess, known as the Dragon Lord, had not only kidnapped the princess and stole away someplace else, but also cast the world in darkness. Now, your character, the hero of the first game, was essentially set on a quest to rescue both the princess as well as defeat the Dragon Lord and restore light to the world. That quest did take him around a big... well, I say big. It took him across an entire continent, fighting monsters and whatnot, until he eventually had everything he needed to go forth, fight, and eventually defeat the Dragon Lord. Hey, another level up. It will reach level 3, strength by 5, agility by 2, resistance by 1, HP by 3. So yes, essentially, the hero goes out, he fights, saves the world, and when he leaves, the princess asks to go with him. Ooh, I got a crit! Very nice. Crits do like 3 to 4 more damage than your normal attacks. I think it's 3 to 4. But the funny thing about the second game is that technically you could beat the game without having to actually rescue the princess. Which would mean that technically, if you never rescued the princess, this story would not be happening because the hero... well, I mean, the hero might have still had descendants, but it wouldn't be the royalty that he had from the first game. Also, another random fact is that, as this game is obviously a sequel to Dragon Quest I, Dragon Quest I also had a technical alternate reality. What I mean is that, and this is also spoilers for Dragon Quest I, as well as a spoiler for the game Dragon Quest Builders, at the end of Dragon Quest, when you get to the Dragon Lord, before you actually get to fighting him, he will offer you the chance to, quote, rule half the world. He will rule one half, and we will rule the other half. Should you accept, the events of Dragon Quest Builders essentially comes out. But the Dragon Lord is not an idiot. Apparently, and this is from my understanding, I could be wrong because I have not actually played Dragon Quest Builders, I'm not gonna lie, that was on my eventual look at list. Because I don't know why, I'm in a Dragon Quest mood eventually, apparently. The hero, well, I guess the fallen hero of Dragon Quest I, from the Builders situation, gets only a tiny, like, location of land known as half of the world. So he probably owns, like, say, 1%, while the Dragon Lord owns the other 99%. Which is a little bit funny. But yeah, obviously, the hero does everything, wins, gets the girl. And we are now playing as the descendants of his descendants of his descendants, who is actually a descendant of another hero, which I want to say is the events of Dragon Quest III, who I also want to say is technically a descendant of the hero from Dragon Quest XI? From my understanding. I know, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 are all linked to the same story. Also, I'm gonna buy the shield and automatically equip it. Yes. Dragon Quest 1 being the original game, Dragon Quest 2 being the sequel, and Dragon Quest 3 being the sequel, meaning that 3 takes place before the events of 1 or 2. And from my understanding, and I could be wrong, Dragon Quest 11 is essentially the original hero. The original Erdrick, which I guess is more of a title than an actual name. And yeah, you can see me coming out here right now, fighting and just grinding up for cash and experience. There is more to this world, obviously. I'm just a little bit hesitant to explore, although now that I got the shield and at least 2 levels, we're not so weak. But again, be ready to grind and grind and grind. Because I'm playing on this Switch, if I hit the top button, the X button, I can see a map. The quill actually shows where we are. Looking at the map, well, on a continent on the top right, there is a purple square down to the bottom right, 2 on the top right, 1 over to the left, 1 about northwest of that one, and some more purple squares over to the left. Even 1 purple square far over to the left. So, orange squares are that of towns and castles. The purple squares are others, for lack of a better word. So I know that there are 2 towns over to the left. Our father technically told us to go forth to the other castle and go find the other descendants of the hero Erdrick, which is the plan right now. So if we go down this way, if we see this purpley area... Hey, level up. I was going to cut out this fight, but apparently I got a level up at the end. Nice. Level 4. 5 strength, 8 health. So anyways, I was saying, this purpley stuff, if you look at my health right now, if I can hit the right button, I'm going to do that a lot, I'm going to say that right now. Health of 22, step, out, 21, out, 20, out, fine, still 20. It will remove 1 point of health. It is not much, but obviously early on it could be a little bit of a danger. Anyways, welcome to another town. Within these stout walls, thy gold and treasure shall ever be safe. What, pray, might thy pleasure be for this day? So we can deposit items and gold. The issue with depositing gold is that they only take it in increments of 1,000, so... Not doing that, I don't got any items to store. Okay, item shop, what do you got? Medical herbs, antidotes, but Chimera Rings! Instantly returns you to the safety of civilization, but disappears on use. It's a one-time use item that can take you to any town or castle that you have been to. So, useful if you're near death. This humble settlement is the village of Leftwyn. This is a traveler's resting place of some renown. So yeah, we can come out here, we see an item shop over to the left, that's what the 2 sword symbols over there is. Got a church up here. If thou shouldst chance to be poisoned, thy health will suffer with every step thou takest. But if thou keepest an antidote herb in hand, thine affliction may be healed in the space of a moment. So yes. Begone, fool, canst thou see that this is a lover's... What? To the west of here, standeth a shrine whence can be reached Moonbrooke Castle. Mine own father is a god there. To hold such a post, he must be a great man indeed. Dost thou not agree? He must be then. Good for him. Got an end to get healed up. What do you have to say, old man?
Where art thou headed, friend? To Cannock, perhaps? Long have I meant to visit the place, yet I fear that I am grown too old to make the journey north.
Hast thou perhaps heard of the razing of the castle Moonbrooke by the forces of the foul Helgen? No. Nay, then mayhaps 'twas just an idle rumor after all. I pray that it is so. Wait, you have? Then it is true! Oh, woe is me! Whatever will we do? I don't know, we'll figure it out eventually. Hello there, shopkeep! What do you got for me today? Oaken Club! So a less powerful, copper sword, which I got already. A divine dagger, a knife made from solid silver. A chain sickle. Some chainmail, and the leather shield. So, the best thing for me to get would be this chainmail, increasing my defense by 6, and this chain sickle, my attack by 5. Honestly, getting the divine dagger is probably not worth it in my eyes, but yes. Either way, I don't have the cash for that, and yeah, it's gonna be a bit of grinding before we can do that. My beloved brother served the castle guard at Moonbrooke some days ago. He did entrust his only son upon my care. From that day hence, I have heard nary a word from him.
I cannot but fear that some tragedy hath befallen my friend in the south. I'm just gonna keep on walking. So, over to the north is where the castle is. So, let's see if we can head over there without getting into another fight. The biggest issue I'm gonna have with this game, other than the grinding, which I can probably just do off screen, is gonna be the fights. Right now I'm thinking I'm gonna cut them out, and this is... By the time this actually first episode comes out, the series is probably gonna be over with. I'm planning on trying to get this thing done, edited, and ready for May. And right now I'm doing it, it's the first third of April, so... Anyways, what do you have to say? Welcome, Wanderer, to the Kingdom of Cannock. Yes, sir, I did spy upon the southern horizon a glow of a great conflagration. I pray that naught has befallen our brothers and sisters of the peaceful realm of Moonbrooke. Welcome, Wanderer. What do you got to sell me? Medical herbs. Okay, holy water, another thing. Wards off weaker monsters, but disappears on use. Essentially, it keeps weaker monsters at bay without having to actually fight them. Honestly, at that point, you might as well just finish them off for whatever little experience and money you can get. The Crown Prince of the land does have at his command arcane magics of wondrous potency, but alas, though strong in mind, he is slight of body, and quite unable to make use of weighty weaponry and armor. So that will come into play later on. Good day, friend! If thou thinkest all wandering peddler of fine goods thou art in luck, wouldst thou care upon mine assorted wares? Maybe. You got the same things, really. Just another place where I can buy this stuff without having to get to that first town. Okay, well, let's see if we can find ourselves a friend so that we can go traveling together. If thou wilt speak to the prisoner, thou need to approach from the bars. I shall tell thee something that will surely stand thee in good stead, boy. Get thee a silver key post-haste. Do so, and not that it kept under silver lock and key shall ever be again denied to thee. So yes, what he speaks of is a silver key, which is just like the magic key, but it is infinite uses, but only for silver doors. A world shall soon be rent to thunder. If e'er there were time for thievery to pass unpunished, 'tis now! Thinkest thou not so? No, we still need some sort of normality. Okay, so this door over here, gold trimming. This is a gold door. We need a gold key to open it. Hello there, King. Hello. Is this Prince Hero I see before me? Well met, dear Prince. If thou seekest my son, he has set out already upon his quest. By now he will have reached the wellspring of the hero. Go now, journey thither and join his company, that thou mightest find strength in numbers. On another 55 points of experience, and thou shalt attain a new level hero. Wilt thou record thy tale? Why the heck not? Yes, we will continue on. I don't know how long I'm gonna have these episodes go. If I know this one might be a little bit longer. Beyond the store lights the bedchamber of the princess. If thou hast no business here, perhaps it would be better that thou departed. I don't know, she's also a descendant of Erdrick, so... Who art thou? Art thou a playmate of my brother, the prince? No? Oh, thou art a peddler of trinkets, perhaps. Begone, merchant, I have no need of the... gagas and baubles. Yes, and then I shall teach thee something that shall surely stand thee in good stead. My beloved brother is an apple-petted dweller of some renown. Should a diversion present itself upon his way, though the world, most assuredly, he will be distracted by it. Alright. I don't really get what that's all about. Might be just something I'm missing. But okay. Well, tell to go to a location, but unfortunately the king did not tell us where it is. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's over to the right. However, there are a few locations over to the right, so let's actually head back to our home, to our castle, and get healed up. Oh, we got a rascal. You're not anything too difficult. That's right, you better miss. Also, my health is low, not good for me, but I can kill a Draki in one hit, and they can only deal 1 point of damage to me with my defenses, so that's also good. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Can I make it back to... I might be able to make it back over this way. Of course, I don't get a single fight that time. Anyways, let me sleep. 4 golden night. Fine. It's like 2 slimes. Good morrow, friend. Pray, go forth with all things, and fare thee well. Okay, either way, let's head over to the castle, and I will see you either there or with another level up. Alright, well, I made it back with little issue. So before we go out, I want to buy myself... I think I'm going to buy myself a few medical herbs and a few antidote herbs. I'm thinking maybe 3 each? It's going to cost me a good amount of coin to do this, but it does mean that I won't have to worry about potentially dying on the way out. Antidote herbs, I want to say they could be useful out here. I could be mistaken, though. But I do believe there is an enemy out where we're going that has a chance to poison us. And I got some cash left. I'll just buy... I'm literally just going to spend all my money on items right now. Thing about our inventory is that it is limited. So, yeah, my entire inventory is kind of full right now. With all these medical herbs and antidotes. So, should an enemy happen to drop something, I'm either going to have to drop an item or get rid of whatever they give me. There is an area to the south of this location, but I will go there later on. It'll make more sense later on. It's just somebody that's going to tell us something, and it's like... I already know about it, so... Yeah, and even when I go back there later on, it's not going to be a whole lot of reason to do that, but... Blah, 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 blah. Unnecessary crit! And a level up, nice! Let's see, level 5. Strength by 1, agility by 4, resistance by 2, HP by 2. Yeah, again, notice how we get no magic. We were told that Prince Cain does have some magical abilities. I think I'm on the wrong side. So yes, we were told that Prince Cain... Oh yeah, I can't even get there. Prince Cain has some magical abilities. Ooh, Bubble Slime. Also, something to keep in mind, this is Bubble Slime 2, Bubble Slime 1. This won't be important right now, because all I'm doing right now is literally just mashing the A button just to swing my sword. But later on, when you get... Wow, I didn't kill him. When you got... characters that can... When you got multiple characters that can attack at one time, or if you have magic that can attack multiple enemies... I almost died to slime. That whole 2 or 1 thing can come in handy. The reason being that when it says the 2 enemies, if you use magic, it'll only hit those 2 enemies rather than all of them. Well, most of the time it'll only hit those 2. Like these, I said Draki 3, so if I use a fire spell, it'll hit all 3 of them. If I said Draki 2, Draki 1, and I used it on Draki 1, I would hit the 1 Draki, but it would miss the other 2. A little annoying, but it is what it is. It's a very similar thing when it's like this, where it says Iron Ants 2 and Draki 1. I can either send a fireball to hit both of the Iron Ants, or I can send a fireball to go hit the Draki. How it can just go after the ants and miss the bat, I don't know. If I had any complaints, that might be it, but that could also just be making a mountain out of a molehill, and I need to go around the mountain. Again, I will say this game does improve upon the first game, but it still has issues. Especially issues that are going to be more annoying later on. Either way, this is what I've been looking for. Also, my health is a little bit low. What's my max health? At 50. Okay, yeah. Considering the medical herb can heal me between 20 to 35... 46. So, a bit of a low wall, but a decent wall. This is the cave that the king was talking about, and we're going to find more of the same enemies down here. It also would not possibly have been a bad idea to have purchased a Chimera Wing so that I can immediately get out of this place when we were done with it, but oh well. Hopefully we won't be in here for too long and my health won't get too low. And if it's a place that's going to give me medical herbs, we'll be fine. I want to say up is the way we need to go, but again, we're going to be grinding a lot, so might as well get the experience in now. So, out this way, if you look, there's nothing but black empty void. It does that sometimes, where locations will just be sort of... how do I want to say this? Called out, for lack of a better word. So you can't actually see what's beyond it, which is kind of annoying, but you'll also... I know from experience that I've seen locations that will look close to one another, and I would go into one, and I could see into the other one. Anyways, I gotta level up. Hero level 6, Strength by 2, Agility by 3, Resistance by 3, Resistance by 3, HP by 3. If you have not noticed, my character is very health and strength orientated. And you may have figured out a while ago, when it was talking about Kane as well as the other girl, Maria, we're not going to be going through this adventure alone. That being said, it is technically impossible to leave this... Not fine. It's technically impossible to leave this continent until after we actually find one of the other heroes to come join us. There was a location I did not check, but it essentially says, oh, you can't go on your own. You need 2 people to go through here. So, yes. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but yes, we will be getting an ally before we actually get things finished up too much. I think I'm going to hold off on that staircase for just right now. So how the characters work is that your main character, okay, in my case, Hero, is very strength and health orientated. Kane is set up to be more magic and... Ooh, King Cobra! This is the Cobra King. This is the enemy I was warning about. Its attack has a chance of poisoning you, so beware. Kane is more magic... He's kind of like the hero from the first game. He has a combination of both might and magic. However, he is one of those jack of all trades, but a master of nothing. And the girl, Maria, is a pretty much straight-out mage. She is set up to be the magic user, having high magic and high magic points, but be kind of awful in a physical fight. She can only... there's, like, very limited amount of equipment that she can actually have equipped to her, which can be kind of annoying. But it's a similar thing for Kane, as the one person was telling us. Either way, hello there, old man.
Thou hast done well in reaching the wellspring of the hero child. Now, cleanse thyself in this blessed water, and pray for the favor of mighty Erdrick. O hero of legend, grant those who walk the path of the Savior your guidance and protection. By the by, seekest thou the Prince of Kennock?
Yes.
Alas, thou art a moment too late. The Prince dared voice his intent to seek others of the bloodline of Erdrick, and parted then for Meadhall.
So, yes, we missed him. So, only clue that we got right now to find Kane is to essentially go back home and talk to our father. However, there was the bottom floor to this location. Do we have to go there now? No. Also, this guy healed me. I didn't realize that. That's fantastic. Which actually makes this, if need be, not a bad grinding place, because it's a free health restoration. But I want to go down to that staircase, and that's kind of what I was talking about before, seeing an area that it's supposed to be blacked out and called out, but just due to how the game works, you can still see through it. But yeah, I want to see what's down there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find some items. We can find some more fights. We're doing okay on health, especially because of that. I still have some items. I still have, like, 3 medical herbs and 4 antidotes, so I'm not worried about poison or anything. And if I'm going to make any complaints... And this might be nitpicky. Oh, it's just a guard down here. Tell me, child, hast thou cleanse thyself in the wellspring of the hero? This is preposterous news indeed. May fortune attend thee on the end of thine adventure. Okay, no, I'll think of another location then. From my understanding, this game, and I apologize for like cutting out some fights and not others, I get tired of just stopping talking for every 5 seconds. From my understanding, this game was originally ported to phones, so iOS devices. And then eventually ported over to console, like the Switch. I kinda wish they did a little bit more with it. While there is nothing wrong with it, it functions, it is serviceable. I feel like they honestly could have done, and possibly should have done more. Because, I'm not gonna lie, what you see right now, for the most part, is how the rest of the game is going to be. Like, obviously some things will be different. Ooh, Heal Slime! So as his name goes, he can actually heal his allies, but he has no allies, but he can still heal himself. But yeah. But at this point, I'm 41 minutes into this. You kind of seen everything that we more or less have in store for us. The combat's going to be the same. Traveling the world is kind of going to be the same. I mean, it will technically be a little bit different, but at the same time, not really. Like, if someone was to ask me, should I buy these games? Other than the idea of, I think it's going to be up to you to decide. As rude as it may sound, maybe not. It's going to be up to you. If you're fine with a game that requires grinding, or say you know you're going on, like, a long bus drive, or a train ride, or something of that nature, and you just need something to, like, keep you busy? Yeah, sure, why not? It's harmful. I mean, you'll get annoyed when you die every so often because, oh my god, I got so unlucky with all these enemies showing up here and doing their things. But it's inoffensive, but on the same hand, it's inoffensive. It doesn't, like, do anything, like, truly groundbreaking in my eyes that I'd be like, oh yeah, no, you have to get this game. Just like I'll say, it's very similar to Dragon Quest I. Like, there are things that make it different, but nothing that I'd be like, oh my god, like, this game is, like, twice as good as the first game. I mean, the combat is a bit more complex, I guess, for lack of a better word. More involved. But that's mostly because of the fact that we're fighting multiple enemies and gonna have multiple party members more than anything. Hero! Fruit of thy loins! Heir to thy kingdom! Thou art returned! Wouldst thou... With that thou hast arrived a moment sooner, Prince Cain stood in this very hall, having come in search of thee. But upon learning that thou wert bound for his hometown, he did make haste to return there himself. Now, earn another 19 experience, and thou shalt attain a new level, hero. I will save. We're getting very close to the end of this episode, which is actually getting done sooner than I was originally expecting. Because I do have an end point for this episode, and... well, we're pretty much heading straight forward. So we still need to find our cousin, Cain, the Prince of Cannock. And, well, we know he's not in the castle, he's not at our home, meaning that he's either back at his house, or he's in that town of travelers. Also, the slime ran away. Adorable. I like how it does give this... like, that was something that was also in Dragon Quest 1, but I kind of appreciate it. It makes the monsters feel a little bit more alive, because they're like, oh, I'm not fighting this guy, I'm gonna die. So we need to find a prince. The issue being, we have no idea what he looks like. Summer's Settlement is a village of Leftwell. This is a traveling western place for some renown. So we need to try and find someone or something out of the ordinary. I don't think I actually talked to this guy. Hold on. Prithee, do not surprise me so! Dost thou wish me to dampen my bridges? I know, I was hoping you were a prince. Probably not with that bald head. Anyways. It is I, Cain, Prince of Cannock! And if I am not mistaken, thou art hero of Meadhall, correct? At long last I have searched for thee high and low. Come, let us join forces, and together smite the evil that plagueth our realm! And just like that, Cain is joined, but he's only at level 1. But he has 6 points of magic and the heal spell. Costing 2 points of magic can restore health 25 to 30. That's essentially the same as using a medical herb, but using magic instead of items. And... right now it's not that many. He also has his own inventory. He's starting off with an oaken club and some leather armor. So... I have... oh, sorry, I didn't actually mean to talk to you, ma'am. My apologies. 463 cash. So I can buy... well, if you look. Both of us can have the Oaken Club. Both can use a copper sword. Both can use a divine dagger. And both can use a chain sickle. Both can use chain mail. And both can use a leather shield. He's only level 1, but as I said, he does not have the attack potential as we do. I say we as in the main character, and so I'm just gonna stick with that for now on, and hopefully you understand what I mean. So, You could look at it two ways. Oh, I should give myself the best equipment because he's not going to be strong enough. Or, oh, he's weaker, I should give him the best equipment so that he can try to keep up. So I think I'm going to get this chain sickle for 330. And I'm going to give that to Kane to increase his attack. Now that we gave him that, we can sell that oaken club that he no longer needs. And essentially, that's something to keep in mind of when you buy new stuff and you're not going to need it anymore, sell it. I mean, you could store it, but honestly, I'd rather just get rid of it. And because he's, not as highly... Because he's not... I cannot talk. Because he's not as a high level, I'm going to buy him a leather shield with the money that we got. And with that, he is better off now than even we were. Also, I'm very upset that our equipment does not change on our characters. I understand it might have been a bit much, but, like, it would have been a very nice detail if I didn't have a shield until it actually showed up, or that the shields changed, or swords changed, but oh well. So, I am going to be stopping here for right now. I've actually just look at our stats real quick. I am level 6 with 20 strength, 14 agility, 9 resistance, and 53 health, with an attack power of 30 and a defense of 90 with everything equipped, compared to Kane, who is level 1, a strength of 4, agility of 4, resistance of 2, health of 31, magic of 6, attack of 9, and defense of 12. So, between this episode and the next one, I am going to be going out, fighting, gaining some level ups, getting some cash, and maybe buying some armor for us to use. You won't actually save my game. Shoot, I have to go to the king to do that. So, yes. That will be for next time, but I guess I can show off a fight now, because why the heck not? So, obviously the first one, this first box right here is for the hero, us. We can attack, we can flee, we can defend, or use items. If you hit flee, the other heroes don't do anything, so I'm just going to attack. Now, Kane has attack, spells, so his magic, defend, and items. I'm just gonna have him attack that Musculus? So from what I can tell, and I could be mistaken, if there are multiple enemies, and say Kane attacks but he does not kill, and I still have my attack, usually from what I noticed and what I remember, the characters will usually only go after a foe if they cannot kill a foe, they'll go after whichever one is weakened, and if they can kill a foe, they will kill, say, a full health enemy rather than killing the lower HP one. I could be mistaken, but from my understanding and my memory, that's how things more or less went. Either way, Kane, thou hast returned! Welcome home, beloved son! Earn 6 more experience for a new level hero, and Prince Kane 17 for yours. Wilt thou record thy tale? Yes. I shall continue my quest, but next time, when we come back, our characters will be a little bit higher level, and hopefully with some better equipment. So, until then, so long, farewell, and have a good one. Bye-bye.